Hey there. So I decided to go live again. And what I'm working on, you'll find out more about tomorrow morning. And I was working on the thumbnail on Canva, but Canva's been having issues for the last couple days. So that's when you just have to go and create the thumbnail yourself without all the extra fancy graphics. Hello. Hi there. I'm just chilling and knitting. No, I don't. I don't go live too often. So hello. Yeah, I don't really know how to set up the whole mod thing yet, but I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty easy to do. I'd have to go investigate how to do that, but um, I'm not too worried about it at this point. But that's cool. So yeah, got a lot of knitting to get done because I got a lot of projects bouncing around in my head. And let's see, we get to increase on this stitch. So I like to knit through the front and back loop for my increases. They're really easy. I usually can do the other kinds of increases to make them all look all fancy. I so 3 dots, person's name. Okay. I bought a Missouri. Let's see, did I? Yes, I did. I did increase. Where do you hail from? um, well, I feel a lot better than I did today, but I mean, I'm always tired to some extent. No, I just don't really have my face in shot because, well, I figured focusing on the knitting is it's probably more engaging. That and I can actually see the screen pretty well. I mean, I could see it anyway, but like your immediate family. Yeah, I crochet. Yeah, I crochet sometimes. In fact, grab one of the awesome crochets that I did. Really interesting. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by family. Like, are you referring to like subscribers? I'm not sure. Let's see, I did that. This is all Red Heart, except for this bit. And I'll have to go check out your channel and see. So this is all shiny. All this is crocheted. And then we got the grenadine, the purple, blue. This was glowworm. They discontinued that a while ago and it makes me so annoyed. Yellow, flame, and I think like red hot or something. And then it's the grenadine all the way around. And then some gray sparkly yarn. And I made a really cool scarf out of it. Yep, so I crochet, I knit. Knitting is how I started. And I spin yarn. And I even blend up some of the yarn that I make. In fact, I just purchased some more fiber to blend together for a cool project. I can't say that I am a part of your YouTube family. I will have to go and check out your channel. So yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. This is the beginning of the round, so now I get to just knit and not have to worry about increasing on this particular round. That is cool. What do you crochet? Garments, hats, or like amigurumi? All of it? All the above? Blankets. I can't say that I've like finished. No, that's not true. I've crocheted a baby blanket for my little Bodhi. I honestly don't know what happened to it. I'm not sure where it is. And I tried to do a I had tried to do a color temperature, but that's I got through to like August of his birth year, and I haven't finished it. I was going birthday to birthday. I am working on a capelet. I actually have a video going out about this project tomorrow morning at 8:30 Central. And let me just fix that. Hello. And the capelet was too wide in the neck, and this looks good. So I'm just building it all out, kind of like as if it was the yoke of a sweater, which gives me good practice for my sweater making techniques and stuff. Because I'm gonna, as you practice more, you get better at it. So who knew? So that's what I'm doing here, and I got this all left to go and do, but it's actually moving quite along. So it's pretty mindless as far as stuff. And mosaic crochet, to answer your question on, no, I don't think I have, except for the fact that maybe I don't know the definition, because I think I have something back behind me that may count, but I'm gonna frog that one and start over in like single crochet. That's it. So let me move this back. I'll have to check them out. So let's see, your channel and then Fiber Fox. Gotta remember that. So yeah. And so it's this really fun. And this yarn is actually the Bright Stripes from Red Heart, except that it doesn't really look like it would come from anything that you get, because I actually modified one of those jumbo rolls and made it gradient. So I took the time to do that, and it's because I did the Russian join, which is okay, but honestly I don't think it's really worth it all that to do that, but it works quite well. And it is specifically because I wanted it double stranded like it is, to because these are size 15. I wanted something big and chunky, and I wanted gradient, and I thought this is cool. But the reason why I decided to frog it and start over is because I did a review on this yarn back a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to put this at the edging, where at the bottom where it's green. I'm going to put this down, and I'm still mildly I'll watch it if I'm interested, okay? Like I feel the struggle, but we'll see. I'll check out some of the playlist, okay? That's what I'll do. And but yeah, I'm going to add, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do at the edge of it and all that. But then I saw a, I think it was either a video, a reel, or a short. One of the three of the short form vertical formats. I've been crocheting about almost as long as I've been knitting, because I learned to knit first, and then crochet maybe came it was so long ago, maybe a year or two or less after I learned to knit. But anyway, I'm gonna put that daylight glow at the edging of it, and that's gonna be pretty awesome. And I think I did some shenanigans. What is it? I don't know. It's gonna this. I think I messed up my stitchings last night, and so my increases are all wackadoodle. But either that or I went all the way around and didn't even realize it. So, but it's gonna work fine because I just need something to keep me warm when I'm at work. Because I feel like they keep that AC run too hard, and I'm cold. I get cold. Yeah, I'll have to consider like doing the modding thing a bit later. Yeah, so just yeah, it's probably one of the first ones because I don't live stream like a lot at all. I've maybe just done a handful of things here and there because I will admit that live streaming is pretty fun, and also there's, as it's pretty well known, there's very not at all much editing at all to go into the live streams. So I'll probably, what I'll do is make videos of like when I get my fiber that I purchased, and then I'll probably be doing maybe some live stream footage with it too, or something. One of the two. We'll see how that goes. That's really fun. And let's see, the fiber I purchased is like two different shades of reddish, hopefully bright red, and two different shades, and then two different shades of like a blue, because there is a project that I have in mind that I think is going to be really cool. And I wanted to get some yarn to do with it and all that. So it's going to be really awesome. I just have to wait for the fiber to ship, and then I have to make the time because I work full time. I do this, and I also have a family. Mm-hmm. Got my hubbies and my toddler, and he's so sweet. Hello. I am just knitting on this here, and I'll show off some more video footage of explaining as well tomorrow. But I just wanted to go live and kind of just chill and get some knitting done because I have projects just coming out of my mind. Nothing really. I'm just rambling. And you'll see tomorrow morning's video will just be the start of me knitting and winding and explaining some more about this. So check that out. But I'm just getting this knit up because it's nice and quiet at the moment. Everybody's either snoozing, taking a nap, or they're asleep because we run different shifts around here. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like my channel. I try to create awesome, cool things that come out of my mind. Like, oh, and I was also showing off this because I was asked, do I crochet? And I do from time to time. I crochet and I knit in different techniques, like whenever I feel like one yarn would go good with one technique or the other. And this was pretty fun. Like, oh yeah, I feel it. I Honestly, a lot of my recent subscribers came from a really unlikely source that I had no idea existed. Um, Apparently there was a fan series back in the early 2000s called Ed's World, and apparently I accidentally used one of their major songs that went a little nostalgic for everybody in one of my shorts, and I literally gained. They're probably not all fans, and it probably was the exposure of grabbing like the Fiverr artists and the people who were into crafts as they came through the feed. But those fans, I'm pretty certain they, oh, thank you. They probably boosted that video and got a lot of subscribers because of that. Like, I think I gained like maybe at least 100 just by pure coincidence of the song that I chose. And that project here, I still need to put my button on, and it is this scarf because I drop spindled the fiber for this scarf I made here, and it's really short, so it's gonna be something like this once I actually go and sew the button on. It'll be nice and snuggly. I think it'll be. I'm gonna put it like right somewhere here or something. Maybe, maybe I'll put it like that. I don't know. Aha. That's how I wanted to do it. See how that looks? And this rainbow yarn was a bat from Atomic Fiber Co. that they released around my birthday, and I had seen it, and I like rainbows, as anyone here knows, and so I was making sure to. Did I throw yarn through your window? I have no. Also, um, I'm. I have no idea what that means. Here's the thing about me. As much as aliens probably exist out in the universe, but it's just not been confirmed or denied, I'm autistic, so I might not catch everything like in it. I'll take shit literally. Sorry. Yeah, so there's that. So I don't know. Subscribe to the channel. How that is one I've never heard before. Did I throw yarn through your window? I have no idea. But anyway, this is soft and squishy, and this was really fun to spin up and stuff. And then I actually spun some, blended some chunky purple here that I still have some, and I'll use that in something. Like, oh, and all that. It's all pretty, and it's been warm. And I'll get this button on. I was just looking for a button. It's pretty cool. It's just basic one from Walmart I grabbed a couple months back, and it's like shiny. I don't know, probably fake gemstones and stuff, and all that. Yep. So I'm just chilling, making things, and all that. And excuse me, I'm gonna drink some. We're all 21 here, right? I I don't know if YouTube's gonna like this, but these are good. Yep. So I've got the day off to tomorrow, which makes me chill and happy. Cause then it gives me like one more day to do whatever, and then not, and then the next day, Tuesday, gotta get back to it at my day job. And yeah, I work in an office setting, so it gets chilly. I look absolutely silly with a space heater under my desk because I just get cold. Like I said, the AC runs and it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's nice during the afternoon, but in the morning it's just like, I don't like it. So that's why I got to get this going. I got to get these knitted, but I'm making pretty good progress. Um, and all that. Because it's all in a color progression and whatnot. And so what was I thinking? So I'm gonna use, in case you haven't seen, I'm gonna use this. And I was hoping when I saw a video and I was like, oh, that's awesome. That I thought that this was like the gopher fur that Lion Brand also had, but it wasn't. However, it's chenille. It actually doesn't look like it pills, which is nice. And it's a the texture is a little off. It doesn't feel as soft as I would like personally, but honestly, this glows really well. No, the one that glows the best is this undyed one here. If you want something that glows like super bright, it's this one. And if you want to go check out in depth these videos, I do have a video that you'll be able to find that I do go in and actually show off the how much these kind of glow a bit. So, and then I happen to get these on sale too. So the sale price is actually not a bad deal. Pretty well. So if you want more details, there's that video over around on my channel here. And I think this would be really cool if you did like a something small and you had white in one color, and then maybe you do boo, like the word boo on it, and then it's a surprise when it gets nightfall or something. So yeah, I even picked up these two, which this one goes, these two go pretty well, but not as best as the white one does, because I think the dye actually prevents it from glowing, and they glow green. So if you wanted a different glowy color, then those are not the ones for you. Yeah. Whew, like now it's just warm in here because I need to go drop that AC down. I kept it up here because back a couple weeks ago when it was hitting like over 100, I'm like, it's gonna run. Let's put it at 75. And now it's warm in here because it's nightfall and the AC's not running, so really warm. But yeah, like I find that my thinking is that the best time to make winter and fall stuff is like in late summer, because then you'll be ready for fall and comfortable, depending on how long it takes you to make it. And then once fall and winter come, I mean, that's a pretty good as time as any to make stuff that is going to be nice and cool for like spring and say summer. So that's my thoughts on when you make stuff, because like the temperature at when I'm making stuff doesn't bother me. And in fact, I'm usually inside anyway. And if I'm just chilling out, hanging downstairs with my husband in the basement and all that, it gets pretty cold down there. So there's been times where I've legitimately grabbed a hoodie and it'll be like the dead of summer outside, and I'll be grabbing like fluffy pants and a hoodie because it's cold down there, which is perfect for him because he prefers it on the chillier side of things, where I'm like a lizard and stuff. And while I don't like things super hot, it I wasn't exactly like absolutely disgusted when, oops, I bumped the camera, when it was like super humid and stuff out, though. It was pretty ridiculous during that time. So once that humidity broke, it was like lovely. I'm like, oh yeah. It's like It's nice and cool. Let's go frolic in a field. How did I get into crocheting and knitting? Well, so I'll start from kind of the beginning thought process. Well, my aunt, one of them, knits from time to time, and I had seen her knitting, and I expressed interest. And for whatever reason she had, she didn't want to teach me at a time, which is perfectly valid. That's fair. And then I managed to get myself some yarn and some terribly terrible wooden knitting needles, and then I didn't know how to cast on. And this was back in like the 2003, maybe 2004 time. And I'm like on the internet at this point trying to look up how do I start knitting basically. And so that just didn't work out. So I went and did other stuff. And my memory is pretty hazy due to my childhood. So, but I do remember bits and pieces depending on like context. And so when I got into college, this was around 2007 and 8. Um, I started my channel back in like probably around 2011, 2012. It'll actually go and say when I joined, but I didn't really start doing videos like super like I am now until 2020, even though I do have a handful back in 2015. But when I finally started, the year I finally started learning how to knit was about 2008 when I rounded a corner at, I want to say it was Joann's or something, and I saw this angel fur. I don't think I have this scarf like present, but I still have it. And in fact, I featured it in about a video like a couple months ago. Some of the beginning stuff I made. So that's when I discovered like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and I'm like, oh, I can go online. And I'm like, why didn't I go and look up videos before? Well, the thing was, YouTube didn't get invented until about 2005, 2006. And there's the gap there. So, me trying to learn it in 2004 before that, and in 2008, right at the beginning, because there were people out there that actually had tutorials of how to bind to cast on, which I had to learn that first before I could learn how to knit it. So, I basically taught myself. Like nobody really, I didn't go to any classes. I didn't sit down. I learned off of videos like myself and anybody else from YouTube back around in 2008. And it's tricky to remember, but also I remember joining up to Ravelry a couple months, not too long later. I found them and stuff. So that's where a lot of the first documented things started out. um Maybe take it a year or two later, and somehow I must have found myself on a forum on Ravelry for like spinning yarn or something. Again, my memory is kind of terrible because of my childhood, and basically I did the same thing as learning how to knit and kind of crochet at that point. And so I learned how to spin pretty similar in similar circumstances, where I watch videos. I think I do have a book I might have referenced at one point. And hold on, what's this doing? Like, got my hold on. So that's kind of where I started spinning, and even in the same video where you see my first scarf that I ever knit, um, you'll see like a scarf and hat that comes from like my first set of handspun ever. And I have a couple of other handspun things that I started out doing, but the key part was like once I learned how to did I do that right? See, this is what happens when you talk in it, at least for me. Anyway, what was I saying? Drafting out your fiber properly and not drafting it too far that the drop spindle just drops on the ground, because that happened a lot. And that'll actually still happen to me from time to time, even now. And I've literally probably been spinning for over a decade at this point, like on and off, really a lot lately, and all that. And then really, like, I really got into the spinning back in around 2015 because my life circumstances changed for the better. Because in 2013, yes, 2013 is when I met my now hubby. And then 2014 and 2015 is when I actually got a good job compared to the one I was at. That allowed a bit more money. So I invested in my spinning wheel, which it worked a really long time, and unless I can get it fixed, it's basically inoperable at this moment. But I do have my e-spinner, which is nice, except for the fact that I don't know about spinning chunky sequins, which I kind of miss. I might be able to do that, but it still gives me some issues here and there with the uptake. But I can usually work around that. However, so I have my drop spindles, my e-spinner, and that is really quite manageable for my current lifestyle in spinning because I can kind of manage my time a bit better, and it's very good for the ADHD as well because there's some things that I can only like do, but also it's really good for managing your start and stop points so that you don't get like hand tension, like because this is repetitive motion as is and all that. Did the video freeze? Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's my internet. I hope it's not because I am literally like 4 feet from the router. Literally. And, but if you ever have any questions about, I mean, I did answer some in a previous video about my fiber journey about that, but I'm always happy to re-go over anything because, trust me, my husband could tell you how annoyed he gets when I accidentally go on about the Cavendish banana and how it doesn't taste like banana candy. Or today's bananas don't taste like banana candy because of reasons. Hi, y'all. Sweet. That's good. I'm glad it didn't freeze. Hopefully not for too long. But that's just technicals. Like, dude, Canva's been acting screwy for the last 24 hours at least. Because I went to go make a thumbnail for tomorrow's video and I had to resort to going and like mocking something cool, like kind of basic up in GIMP. And even if I didn't, YouTube was kind enough to grab a decent screenshot anyway that would have worked. But on the meta side of things, the eye-catching Canva vids where maybe I just ask a simple question, like one of them was just why. It's like, come find out. But yeah, like technical difficulties, man, they get annoying. Like you don't realize how much you rely on the technology until it decides not to work. Oh, when it should work. But anyway, I got off topic. I was talking about spinning, and then info dumping about the Cavendish banana to my poor husband. Yeah, the one thing about that whole situation. Okay, so now that I've talked about it, probably a couple of years, like what the hell is she talking about? Banana flavored candy anything is based on a banana species that is now extinct that used to be around and was called the Cavendish. I don't remember what the current species of bananas that we have nowadays are, but they don't taste the same. And it really used to mess with me. Like, one, I don't like the banana flavored candy really anyway. And two, obviously I went and looked into it as to why it doesn't taste the same. And that's basically the simple version of it. And the amount of times I actually have to stop myself from telling my husband this. And he's like, you've already told me this like 10 times now. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's kind of probably forgot that I had told him. But anyway, so that's that's the cool things about me, and I'll info dump really interesting facts like that, which is cool. Or I'm going to info dump about you about the Demon Core or something stupid. The Demon Core is not stupid. That killed people, and that was nuts. Um, Apparently it's called Rufus. Yeah. So my one of my special interests is atomic and nuclear energy, like accidents and the technology and science around it. I watch Kyle Hill, and I've been binge watching Plainly Difficult lately, and it's really fascinating. I got a book around here somewhere. I gotta find it. It's really cool. It's called Atomic Awakening, I think, and it's very fascinating to me. And being that I have probably always been autistic, clearly, I still deal with the fact that like yes, what's it gonna hurt if I say that I am? Because there's no resource you can take from anybody by saying it, because you have to be formally diagnosed, and also who's got the time and money for that. But so just knowing that, but that does explain why I had some odd interests when I was younger. Like, never could figure out why I was fascinated with the shape of how the cooling towers work, because those are some fascinating shapes to look at. But anyway, that's also why I call them radioactive ROLAGs in one of my earlier videos where I made some green. I think it's right up there somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, so Plainly Difficult has some fascinating videos about nuclear incidents, and I will watch the stuff from the Half-Life history diary or stories from Kyle Hill a lot. So I've watched a lot of those. It's a very fascinating subject, honestly. Yes, fiber arts and atomic energy. It's like, you didn't think that would go together, didn't you? So yeah. And I think I'm getting close to the end. Oh, check that out. Color change. Almost there. Ooh, it's warm. I'm warm. Once my hubby gets up, I'll probably go take care of mitigate why I'm so warm. I feel sticky. But yeah, I want to get this done because I want something awesome to wear around the Halloween time. And I'll wear cool Halloween stuff even probably whenever, really. I don't really care. Heck, I even got little Bodie some cute little outfit at Walmart today. And he's wearing 4T, so those are pretty good size for him. It's a little pajama set, and they're Halloween dinosaurs. So you got dinosaurs that look like mummies and skeletons, and then the T-Rex that's on the shirt hoodie says "Trick Rar Treat," and the dinosaur glows in the dark. So isn't that so awesome? Like I come on, I'll wear an adult size of that year round. I don't care. That's cute. I want my adult size. Like rar. Yeah. Yeah, I believe he likes dinosaurs. We dress him in a lot of dinosaur stuff. He's so cute. But yeah, oh, here is the color change. And yeah, it doesn't take too long really to go through all these colors. So now here to the pink. That's fun. Why am I feeling? Oh, that's the one end of the shiny. So in case I never actually explained, even in the first video last year. So this is like some black, I, hold on a second, because I actually have a ball of this. So the first part is actually this yarn, but then the purple that is here is from some Payette yarn that okay, the problem is the lighting's like up there, but there's some purple. You'll be able to see better quality shots of this in my video tomorrow as well. But I held the purple with this yarn here, and the purple ran out first, and so then I had switched over to some rainbow Payette string. Basically, I had gotten this at Hobby Lobby like years ago, like maybe 2017-ish. Anyway, I've been thinking about getting some more sequin type of string yarn off of, say, Amazon or some other supplier, because it seriously looks really good when you hold it in multiple strands, which is quite why I've been doing this lately. And I did the one video that said why in the title, because, well, I'm like, if you have chunky yarn like this, I have to review off this yarn, and then you have like yarn like this, and you can do it like in a 3-ply. You can do some really cool techniques where maybe you strike between the different medias, textures of types of yarn, and have the same needle gauge, because that is super awesome and all that. And then by doing it that way, you can actually hold different yarns together with each other and make different colors and effects and other reasons I listed in the same video and all that. So that's definitely something I'm planning on, a few items that I want to do. And I really, I'm on to, for as far as like my purple sweater that I had been doing goes, I finished one sleeve and I'm working on the last sleeve here. And so once that last sleeve is done, I'll obviously try it on, make the adjustments, and put the neck in, because on that particular type of sweater, you don't put the ribbing in first, except that, well, you could if you do it in a different way than I did, but that's not how that one works. So that's where I'll actually probably have to adjust how I do, how many stitches I go back and forth for the neckline, because it comes down to like here, which looks really weird to me. And I thought I was following it pretty clearly, but I think I'm just going to have to make the adjustments for myself and that determination in the next sweaters that I do, because I have some cool ideas. And once I get my fiber that I just ordered, the 2 shades of red and the 2 shades of blue, and ideally I would like to have some of the silver hollow Angelina sparkle fiber. I've got gold, so I'm just going to make that work. But I have a plan for that, and I think it would look really awesome. And then once those fibers are blended together and then they're spun up, and they're probably going to be spun into a similar weight as, say, this is going to be like your standard 4, and this was done on the last live and all that. And so once I figure that out and how much I have, that's when I'm going to go for the next step, because that's going to be part of a sweater, and I have some techniques to test out before I try that, but I am probably going to like do some sort of tutorial and maybe write a pattern or something, how to do it, because I swear I look absolutely silly if you could just have seen me at lunch on Thursday, because I took off PTO on Friday, so my last day last week was Thursday, so I was eating lunch. Well, I ate lunch, put my stuff away, cleaned it, Came back, started on my sweater, and I'm just sitting there like looking off into space, like, oh, I can do that. I was like if anybody walked past, they would have been like, what? But at the same time, this is nothing new. I'm pretty sure they know that I'm a little odd, even if they don't know why. But if anybody's actually watching at this point that works there, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, a what? Or, oh, yeah, that tracks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just over there being absolutely a goofball, brainstorming craft ideas for sweaters and things. Because I mean, once you actually start sweaters and understand what's going on with like the neckline and then the yoke and stuff, uh, they're about as hard as say socks. Which socks, depending on your skill level, might still be hard, yes. But once you actually understand what's going on, it might not just be that hard to work on. So yeah, I'm calling this my sweater era because there was a time there where I only had the mental capacity, well, mental, more like the emotional capacity and the mental energy, not like mental, but just energy to mentally think. And so all I made was really scarves and stuff. Like I didn't want to do the complex like thinking task. So that's why I really like this sweater pattern to really get you started with. It's a free pattern. I've linked it in some of my previous videos that I talk about. You can, one of the ones is the Space Cadet, and then I even linked it in my fairly recent sweater, one of those posts. And so that one's a free one that is kind of just a recipe that you just get the measurements and just go. It's pretty cool and simple. And I feel like that once you kind of start to think about like what's going on about like necks and stuff and how the construction of sweaters work, it's dead ass simple. That's I mean, everything comes with like skill and just learning because we all had to learn how if you knit or crochet, you had to learn how to chain or cast on first and then knit and then purl and then increase decrease stuff like that. It comes with time with learning and all that, and it comes with practice. So with that, I've been chattering about for probably a good while now. So what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. There might be a few of you out there that have to work tomorrow. That's not me. I'll go back Tuesday. So besides, that works out because Bodie doesn't have his preschool anyway tomorrow anyway. And I'm just going to sign off now. And if you're enjoying the channel, drop a like. Find me later. Hit the subscribe. That's like a bookmark. Subscribe's more like a bookmark, really. I'll subscribe to people that I want to like bookmark and stuff. So go make stuff sparkle. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.